Welcome once again to another episode of Impact with DBO. Today we'll be talking about categories of managers. I haven't spoken on income sourcing extensively for like 4 or 5 episodes now. I think it is right to speak on artist management itself, and we're starting by looking at the categories of manager. One, it's what we call personnel manager in artist management. It's a professional who oversees the career of an artist or band, guiding them in making informed decisions, strategic decisions, and navigating the industry. In this clan, that is what we call artist manager, a professional in the art, a professional in the business, who provides strategic information, informed decision for the artist to grow his career. Now, what are the key responsibilities of a personal manager? One, career development. The personal manager is primarily involved in the career development of the artist. Two, industry networking. Is in charge of industry networking for the artist, because when we say an artist company, the artist sits right at the top of the business. But in real sense, it focuses on the artistic aspect of the manager, leaving the business aspect for the personal manager, who is in charge. So the business affair of the company, of the artistic company, resides with the personal manager, though he reports to the artist, who sits at the topmost end of the business. Now, another responsibility of a personal manager is creative guidance. That is why he must be knowledgeable in the art. He must be involved in the art. He provides what they call creative guidance. If he's not in that industry, if he does not have knowledge of the industry, he couldn't have produced creative guidance for the artist. So, in case of music, he must also be a music person, an experienced person in music, a scholar in music, a practitioner in music. Then another responsibility for the personal manager is what we call problem solving. When things are down, the artist resorts to him for opinion. How do they solve problems? Whenever they meet any logjam, it is his responsibility to provide solutions. What are the strategic skills and qualities of a personnel manager? One, a personnel manager must have the knowledge of the industry. He must be on top of the industry. He must know what goes on in the industry. He must be involved in the industry. He must not be an outsider of the industry. In the case of music, he must be a music person. He must know what operates in the industry, who is in the industry, where the industry resides now. Two, he must have what we call communication skills. His communication skills must be well above average. The ability to interact with people, ability to move his product to the consumers, he must have all those things. Three, he must have what we call strategic thinking, critical reasoning, strategic thinking, yes, because he goes ahead for the business, he designs the business plans, he provides the leeway for the business. So he must be cerebral when it comes to the business of music management. Another thing is networking. He must have that ability to network perfectly. If he couldn't do that, why is he being paid? He must network. It is not... Now, what we see in this climate is artists doing all these things by themselves. Yes, if you're a very small artist, you could do that. But if you really want to grow in the industry, you must begin to share responsibility for your personal manager. Networking is also important. Then it must be trustworthy. Very, very trustworthy. What I see in this place is people turning their friends, their brothers, to their personnel manager. So who simply runs errands for them. No, a personnel manager is a professional who understands the business, who understands his brief very well, and who is able to drive the artist to the next stage. Now, having a personnel manager, what are the benefits? One, if you have a personnel manager, you should expect expert guidance. Is involved in the industry. That is why I always advise that when you are choosing the personnel manager, it must not necessarily be an expert in business management. No, it must be an expert in music management. It must be a music person. It must be a musician. Then he could now must have acquired knowledge in human resources management. Two, the benefit is career advancement. Those are the things you should expect him to give you, career advancement, because he has been in that industry. He has been involved in the industry, so he should be able to provide career advancement for the artist. Three, it's what we call time management. It's actually the eye of the company. It guides the artist directs the artist. So time management should be what it should give you. Tells you what to do at the right time and when not to do at the right time. Then it must also provide a network opportunity. You look up onto him for connections, for opportunities, for directions, for the next link. I think we'll continue that in the next episode, where we continue this discussion on categories of manager. Thank you.